All right, let's see.
Can you see my screen here?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? Okay, where's my code? Here, can you see?
I only see your desktop.
1 second. I need to be here. Can you see now?
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
This one is like, I'm not clicking, it just goes self.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here you can see that I gave like the data has a rating and the
Uh-huh.
number. And what I did is kind of like put like stars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And if I click like this, so if I give the love, and it will be like it like, and this one is data has itself. I
Mm-hmm.
just took the data and each time if I give the like, it goes here. And
Nice.
it will be that also here.
Uh-huh.
And this, yeah, this stars, it has, I run the loop. It was really interesting, this one.
Very
And
nice.
and then I did this part like check out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here. And
Mm-hmm.
this one, when I continue, so it should not go to the third payment part
Mm-hmm.
because I put this and then
Uh-huh.
click here.
Nice.
I
Very good.
use like a use effect and set timeout. And yeah, and this part I don't know if you show the save like local like save, it will be really cool. If it has two options. You can register or you can continue without registering.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have I did this one also.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Looks nice.
Yeah, payment part and stuff. So here's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it looks exactly like original.
Yes, I just copied that and it was and because I'm very bad in visualizing it, so and I just copied and yeah. So
That's really
you
cool.
I want to use the delivery address, but since I cannot see that, I have to pay, right? I have to buy something. Oh my God, then I stopped there.
Very nice. Good job, Aziza.
Thank you. That's really cool.
So that can be like a homework for you guys. If you get bored next week, you can try and do the payment route, like the whole thing, as Aziza did. So yeah, and it's good that we have like a reference page because they give us a lot of ideas on like what else we can implement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dovut and Maksat, did you guys do the favorites page?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Let's
not.
see. Okay. Dovut, let's see yours.
Uh, can you see the screen?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I added also the favorites,
Mm-hmm.
so you can. Here is the favorites.
So once it's in favorites, what happens if you click on the heart again?
This one is removed. If you can see
Nice.
on, I put the icon you want, like if you want to remove it. Yeah,
I
like
like your
remove
icon.
it. If it's nothing there, then heart is broken. Mm,
Oh
You
my
can,
God.
That's really good.
yeah. Also, if you can also like put it here and also remove it from here, like same thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So also I changed the, like if you also I put the something for here, like for your heart,
Nice.
and I changed our like we had. I remember we did just display flex on something with the divs for the card, and I just changed it to the table. It look like
See.
yeah. If you add something more, I changed it to the table.
Oh, that looks cleaner than what we had.
Yeah, also I add something for here. If you put the like more items, it just looks
Uh-huh.
better. Yeah.
Very nice.
If you delete it, you
Mhm.
just go. If you delete
Good
everything,
job.
then
I really like how you guys are going like beyond the homework and introducing some like extra stuff. That's really cool.
yeah, and I've been showing this one also, tool stick, and that's
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah,
It
that's it.
looks good.
Dawood, you use the icon from the React or from the Material UI?
Now from the React strap, everything is from same.
Can you go back to your UI?
Yeah,
How you did like this when you like toggle? Like it's
this one
it's getting
red.
no, not the red one, but that it became the gray, the
This one,
background, the background.
the hover.
Oh, just hover. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the background, the circular gray thingy.
Mhm.
and you just hover in background like darker than white. I don't know what the kind of color is it, but I just use the darker, a little bit darker than white.
Darker than white sounds like a legitimate color.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of it is, but yeah.
I would be so lazy to do like this kind of adding the hovers.
I also wanted like if you can see if I click it, it's red now.
Uh-huh.
I tried to do it with the like same icon. I just wanted like if you click it and you change the like a fill out inside the like this heart to the red one, but it's not. It's just toggling two different icons.
Yeah, because you need to
If you change the color, it's just gonna change the see the like this is like this kind of like heart is not you cannot fill it up with the something. So
So you wanted the border to remain gray?
no, like if you I wanted to change exactly this like this icon.
red.
Uh-huh.
If you click it, it's supposed to be fill the see the inside. It's
Uh-huh.
right now it's like it just like how we say yeah, you cannot fill it up. So I using two different icons.
Okay, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't look like they're different. It just looks like it's the same icon, but with red
Yeah.
background.
And Dawood, when you give the like, can you give the like now?
Like? I don't have
Yeah,
a like.
like I mean not like in like heart. Can you put?
Yes.
So when you click and so can you can you click the another one?
Yep.
Oh, okay, and this one stay permanent, right?
Yeah, you just stay here. If you want to remove, you also can like remove it from here or
Yeah,
go
yeah.
here and remove from here. This one stays.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that looks really nice. Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
What is it? How you guys doing it? What when you hover it, that whole card is moving like forward.
Oh, it's easy. Believe me.
Yeah.
just
Just yeah, I understand it's easy, but how?
It's just you just give them hover and you give an like transition. You give them what's the call? I also did the hotel stuff. Like I can't see, but you can give like an hover, and if you get, you can give an like transition, and you give also transform. Yeah,
Transform.
Transform, translate, I think.
yeah, oh yeah, something like that. I cannot see, but if you try to.
So yeah,
Probably.
Mine is like if you hover like the product self, the product will self go lit up. I mean, but in this Dawood's case, when he clicks the whole cart, but mine is just when you click for example, the bag, only the bag will come up, the cart will stay, which I
yeah,
got
just
it from Amazon.
no, I'm lazy for make for each one, so I just decided to make just for the whole card.
Mhm.
And yeah, Maxa, don't try to fill up this icon. Just toggle two different icons because I spent 20 minutes just to fill up this kind of icon.
I even like didn't plan to do it's what I would say.
So yeah. Also this one, I same the thing. Like if you click in a different icon. So.
Yeah, I think there are two types of developers. The ones that have like, the vision and the ones that don't. Like, I never have any vision, like unless I have like a specific design in front of me, that I can do, but I can never like come up with, with ideas. So it's good that you guys have this creative side on you. Really nice. Good job, guys. And if you get bored this week, like there's a lot of things that you can borrow from that webpage that you can still implement. Yeah.
Asel,
Okay. Yeah.
this the data I wanted to implement like real online shopping. I mean not real, but I wanted to give like more products, more functionality. They understand what I mean? Like not like a 20 products, but more functionality, more professional way to do. I wanted to, but problem is that I have been looking for data for 2 days, and like I am struggling since I don't have most of the websites. They are just you need to build by yourself, like customize. And when we did, for example, Mara taught us like in TMDB, the movie project, for example, it was very easy, right? Maksat, we could just go and register the key and you could get the ready data, but that kind of the websites are very few, and I was struggling. Most of the websites, the companies, you need to build, like you need to install something, or you have to go to Postman test. And since I don't have that kind of experience, it was very difficult to find like a real one. Like even I'm ready to pay, but still, since I don't have experience, I cannot customize it. Because it would be good also for us, at least for me. I don't know for others. For me, like when you have a profile like in the GitHub, so you have like not amateur one, but you have like real one. I mean, looks more professional.
If you want to build something more complex, you can always
I want to like since
you can always do like a Netflix copy or Twitter copy, because they have APIs that you can use. On YouTube, like if you just search for Netflix clone or Twitter clone, they will give you like you will see like, I don't know, 10-hour projects. So you can practice that. But I think
Sorry, Asile, about the CSS and all this layout stuff, like you saying about like to create some visualizing something, the really good stuff, it's the Figma. Do you know about it, Asile?
Figma is good, yeah.
yeah, of course we use Figma.
Yeah, this is really good stuff. So you don't care about like pixels and all this stuff. You just showing you everything, like see like till the colors in the pixels. I've
Of
been
course.
training a lot with the Figma, so it's really good stuff with just creating the UI and that's it. Nothing else. Yeah.
The problem was in data, and I was very disappointed. Like shit.
Yeah, I don't know any at least free APIs that you can use for like more that that have the actual like backend support. I'm not aware, but if you try and build like Twitter clone or Netflix clone, I think they have APIs that you can use, but you need to register there. You need to register, and I'm not sure if they're free or not. Probably not, but yeah, you'll have to check. And you can add those to your profile on GitHub.
Oh yes, because I have seen, for example, the Marat shows us the TMDB, and I googled the TMDB, and it is kind of like very popular actually when you clone it, because the
Yeah.
company provides the logo, the colors, you know. So I had
Mhm.
I had the time to just open and made a research about this TMDB, and what I like it is that they provide the icons, they provide even the colors, you know. So I almost identically cloned the almost 60% is done, but the yeah. So I'm thinking like, okay, when I finish, it's okay when I put on my like in GitHub, but I wanted to do like in Zillow, for example, is very important. Like you are looking for apartments and you know, renting apartment, buying and selling. The Zillow is very popular in America. And I wanted, but I couldn't find the data. It is not as easy as TMDB that Mara shows us. That one was very easy. And it's also big data, big like clone. You can clone and use it on your, yeah, like
Mhm.
a project. But the others was, I don't know where Marat could find this one. And I almost like, I checked up 100 companies yesterday. I was like, just 2 days I've been using for finding a data, not like amateur, but I want like professional, you know, the pictures has to be nice, you know. But
Yeah.
I couldn't, and I was like, I
Well,
think,
I think you will have time for that during the internship, probably. Said is aware of.
yeah, I hope.
There's probably some kind of database that he's using. So, yeah. Okay. So, who wants to? By the way, last week, Dovet, you were sharing your screen last week, right?
Maxa.
Oh, okay. So, does everyone have access to Maxa's project from last week?
No, by just watching the again video and just do it by myself, like from there.
Okay. So I'm just wondering, like, if anybody else wants to share their screen today, can we start where we left last week?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Like start where we like stop
Okay.
with the Maxat. So if Maxat don't change any code,
Maybe
I
Maksat will just continue.
didn't touch it.
uh,
I didn't open it, that project.
that's good. Then you can continue, Maxat.
Then you can continue, yes, because we don't have that kind of, yeah.
Okay. Up to you guys how you want to do it.
Okay.
Maksat was ready. He was like, yes, I'm
No, I mean
here.
like I was doing that part, whereas I was adding that hover.
I was,
Uh,
you know, I'm not much using this React Strap, but I use a lot Bootstrap, which is very easy. I learned a lot of layouts.
Nice.
And
Tell
that,
me how to like do this one. Mine is not working.
shadow
You
transition.
say
Which one?
that like that I like Dawood's one, like this one. How to make it
Oh, you need to do transform.
transform? Which one?
Transform.
Transform and
Scale.
Yeah,
this one?
Yeah, and you can add how like you want it, like
one, two.
yeah, one or something, but
I am
too much.
no.
Put like one in like
One
1.5
is,
something like that.
yeah, so one is its actual size,
Yeah.
right? So
Put
if
like
you do like 1.1, it will, yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
And if you know, Maksat, if you open the whole website, because when you are, when it is you need also the size, I mean, the responsiveness, you know, can you open the whole site? Like, can you open your whole website so you can test it?
Oh, sorry.
I guess it's too early to go to that part, but
Yeah, no. Yes, you can see. Now it is okay. But yeah.
I
So-
mean like I have so many blocks here except the responsiveness. Let me finish that part first. Hello?
yeah, the Aselia said she'll be right back.
Uh
everything is just our maksad, like
I think you need to give
for your
guys.
like, for example, like your heart, you can add like some shadow box, so it's gonna be separate from the
Mm-hmm.
give it like 50% of the like border radius for your
And you need to give guys the height for your cards because you can see that one is big, one is smaller.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need to give the height for the balls for pictures. Pictures is okay, but the card you need to give.
Ok.
Okay, so let's start. Remind me where we finished last week, where we stopped.
We're doing that login page.
Uh-huh.
creating the data.
Do we have a form?
We have a form, yes.
Nice.
We stopped for the validation, I guess.
So we have a form.
If I have to click sign in, that the validation should come up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm clicking now, it's nothing happened. Like, yeah.
Okay, so let's add, let's see on Bootstrap, right? Let's see on Bootstrap how they do the validation thing.
Like this.
Uh-huh. Can you open their code?
This one, which one? 1, 2, up, sorry. 1, 2, 3. This one. Form feedback, I guess. Right?
So they just add form feedback? No, the form feedback is the message itself, but how do they make sure that this field is required?
The validation itself.
Yeah, I don't see any logic related to that.
Maybe on the basic.
Type valid.
Maybe invalid true, and I can see now. It's just UI. So it's
Yeah.
not.
Can you so what was it required field that we can add to an input? Let
One more
me-
time, please.
I think it was required the name of like,
Oh yeah. I guess it's required. Required, yes.
Can you just add required and see if that will add like a little star next to it?
To input itself, I'm gonna add, right?
Yeah. Just say
Yeah.
required.
yeah, it says on
Add that field.
yeah, it's input.
It's input, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Check.
let's go back to UI and see if it has become required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now let's go back to React Strap.
Oh, it gives it by itself every like nice.
Uh-huh. So you see how we can add valid and invalid.
Input invalid.
Yeah, so we should somehow toggle those properties. Can you do valid to one of those input? Can you do valid equals to false and see if that will turn it into invalid input?
Var.
But
So we
in
still need to require it for it.
yeah, in curly braces, false.
Mhm.
Let's see if that will turn it into like a red.
No,
No.
I need that. I need that the first of all. Feedback. It's the same thing. But here it's valid. It's supposed to be a red one, right?
I think you need to remove the require to see like some. Oh, it's still there.
I have two of them.
No, it's not working. Put
Oh,
in.
what?
Yeah, now it's working.
Okay.
It's valid and invalid.
Can you add invalid? And can you add invalid equals to false and see if that will work?
Nope. It's not working. We can add the toggle itself. Valid and valid.
I feel like there's a
Like set, you state.
Put
so
valid.
I think we need to have like one validation function that will set error for either email or password, and also like the validation message as well. Like I think that one should also be dynamic depending on what error we're facing. I feel like that would be a good way to.
Okay.
And then we can toggle it, right?
I'm so bad at this validation.
You
I
can
missed I missed that class with a Mario.
so you can like put your not the valid maxat like in your use state, put it false for now. And then your toggle. Yes. Like make it false.
The logic gonna be same, I guess.
Yeah, but so you have to create the function where you're gonna compare, for example, your like input value. If it's gonna be something like la la la, then turn it false. I mean, it's gonna be invalid. If everything is good, then toggle it right. I mean true. Then it's gonna be toggle like from the invalid to the valid. If you understand what I'm saying, that's it. Is it what we're gonna do, Asel?
Hmm. I'm still thinking like how that validation works in.
If you remember, Maxat, we've been doing it like 2 days ago with the Marat class.
The
Together.
validation?
Yes, remember?
With Marat?
Yeah, with you, like we had like same thing. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, something like that. So I was thinking we can have one, big validation function that would check for
This?
each piece of data. So yeah, in our case, we have email and password. Well, we cannot really validate password, I guess, but we can validate email.
Yeah.
And we can just make sure that password is there. So like at least, you know, a couple of characters.
Since you don't use like any forming third party, like what is it? Library, you have to create your custom validation. So
Yeah, so for example, that validate email looks good. But it can be part of like a bigger validation function, you know?
Mhm.
So we can borrow that logic, but we can insert it into like our own.
let's Maksat, let's do by our own, like if you don't mind, without
Just tell me what to do, I will do it.
like you already create the toggle. Let's do like work with that toggle. Let's do it. It's just keep do it and we'll figure out how it will be.
So,
Go your code,
Asel,
yes.
can I go by house like
What's that?
the
You
double
create our
standard?
custom with the function.
Yeah, so I think we can create, let's start by creating like validate fields or something function,
Yeah.
validate something.
Can you
Validate fields, I guess is a good name. Validate input, no, validate fields.
and also you how you did the handle change, you also like need that like value from event target from your inputs.
So, yeah, so the way I see it is when we submit the form, right? When we click submit,
Mhm.
we are gonna call this validate fields function. So validate fields function is supposed to return either true or false, right? So like if all fields are, let's say, okay, then the function will return true. If not, it will return false. So if validate fields return true, then we will proceed with like login, right? If not, then we will throw some kind of error, I think. So the basic logic would be, 1 second, let me get the control.
But
It's like copying my code. Look at this.
What?
I'm like real surprised how he's copying my code.
Is it?
Look at the handle change, it's the same. But I actually turned off the memory for the ChatGPT.
You turned it off?
I turned off everything there for ChatGPT. The memory, he cannot remember anything. And I never used that code on the ChatGPT.
I mean, I think this is like a pretty standard.
Basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like they got it. I mean, even in our code base, we have a lot of like similar things, similar to this one. This one is like very standard form handling function.
But it's not a surprise because nowadays they even read your brain. Like, you know, each time I see something like on YouTube, you know, but when I use the AirPods, probably they're just analyzing my brain. So when I see something, then I could get the answer. Right?
So where is your submit function? Login page.
In MJ6, I guess. Handle sign in button. Form data. Yeah, it's there. It's on.
So wait, I have already forgotten what we have here. So button, oh, we don't have any submit on submit handle sign in. So handle sign in is here.
No,
Okay,
it's in
and
MJ6.
we send form data here. Okay, so we need to have form validation, I guess. I'm thinking we can keep it here or validate fields. So like on submit before this, we can do validate fields.
I mean, we can add two function in on submit.
No, what I mean is we can do something like this. So if validate
Mm.
fields, right? So that will either return true or false, right? So if validate fields, so yeah.
I heard like we cannot use the if statement inside the return. Isn't it like that? No?
We are exceptional.
Like
Are
inside.
those brackets?
Isn't the Azamat said that we cannot use the if statement inside the only Turner operator inside the return?
It's possible. We'll see.
Yeah.
So this, right? If validate fields. So if it's true, so let's return true for now.
Or
Yeah, or we can use a Turner operator. So we can do something like this, validate fields. Up. Handle sign in. Else. Else. So for now, let's do alert. Something error. Yeah, and so now it returns true. So let's test for false. Oh. Where was that here? Error. Okay. So if it returns true, do we have any kind of logic there?
no, yeah.
Okay, so we don't have anything there. Okay, we can do something like that, right? So inside validate fields, we need to check both like email and password. So with email, we need to make sure that it has a dot, right? And at sign. And with password, at least we need to make sure that it's filled.
7 or 6 character.
Yeah, at least filled in, right? Whatever requirement we have for password, like at least, you know, some like 4 characters, let's say. Yeah, so how do you guys what do you think the logic should be here?
Should be like if I input.
First of all, we need to get the value from the input, so we
Yeah,
can.
and a target value if it's like if it is something. If you write the value is
We have form data, guys. Inside of the form data, we have data.
Exactly.
Yes, and you can work with the form data, you trim it and check it. With some kind of conditions.
Yeah, let's do that.
Condition doesn't meet,
Yes.
then give
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Form data, right? Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Ooh.
Because inside validate fields, there is no event target because validate fields is not attached to any kind of specific like event.
Right.
So what we can do, well, we could pass the submit event, but I think since we have like a form data, let's just use that because we know for sure that form data has all the data by the time we call validate fields, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's start by checking whether email is a valid email.
Tell me, guys, what do you want to do?
If
Yeah, we can do if
form data dot name, is it name?
Uh,
Oh, I mean value, right? Sorry.
form data
value is
email. Let's stream it. Any questions? Okay.
For
If
the
for data
for the email,
like this, I guess.
stream.
What if first of all we add for that email if
Mhm.
it's empty, like we need to add something, and then after if it's not empty, then he's gonna check the next validation. It's gonna be that add sign and the dot sign.
What we can do is we can just return something like please enter a valid email, like a generic message. And then inside our if statement, we can check both whether email exists and it includes @ sign and a dot.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or if you want, you can do like double check.
If I correctly understand, in the validation fields, we're gonna have the all validations for the password and for the email, right? For the all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
So in that case, maybe we need to create some kind of like the use state where we can keep the all errors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then
That's a good
let's
idea.
errors set errors, and then that errors depends on the type we will apply it, because this part is important, right? Here we want to make it dynamic. If, for
Yeah.
example, here is empty, please enter email. If the email is incorrect, like it's email like invalid email, kind of like this. So
Okay.
this part we want to change it, right? It's gonna be dynamic.
Yeah. That would be
It
nice.
looks like this.
all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So in that case,
So then error should be an empty string on line 17, right?
Yeah.
it's gonna be string, or no, I guess it's not gonna be string because we're gonna keep the all like many strings. It's gonna be like the object or the array,
So depending on
depending on the, for
field?
example, that even the email gonna has they're gonna has like two validations at least, like the name.
Okay, yeah,
and,
makes sense.
I
yeah,
mean, you can also use the empty string and depends of if else you're gonna change the string every time. For example, if it's like empty string, then error gonna be the text gonna be like fill up the input. If it's gonna be less than that, you can add same error for password and the name also for the same error.
So,
You're gonna change the text. It depends of the on the like compare.
so what Maksat is saying is that if we just do it as empty string,
I wanna like this.
but we have like multiple errors. So for example, user has invalid email and user didn't enter password, right? So we want to show both errors. But if it will be one string, then we
Oh, at the same time, you mean like show two errors?
yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
what Sat is suggesting is that we store it like we handled the form, right? So the same way we can handle the error message basically. So
Yeah, I
that
get it.
for each input, because there can be multiple of them, right? There can be multiple inputs. So
Yeah.
I
we
feel like
have like
this.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that looks really good. So that will definitely.
Pref
Mhm.
error, like pref
Name.
error dot email equals to email is required, for example. I see like this.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's nice. Cool.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. So let's start with validation of like email. So you guys want to have different kinds of errors, right? First, if email field is empty, we want to have like a different kind of error.
Remove that error from there, I guess.
What is it complaining about?
Error.
This part is since it's empty
Ah,
now. It's
Okay.
complaining.
Okay.
Oh, so
So if the email is empty, we want to set error, something like, please enter your email, right?
mhm. Also we can create like how I see like this, like for example, we have email validation. Like what I wanna check here gonna be the conditions that email has to include the dot sign and the at sign, and this one like else if like email validation how can I put it? So like if this one I have from data dot email that email if the same logic if from this one from data dot email then gonna be like set error def error def error dot email equals to like email is invalid. Here is gonna be
I mean, it doesn't have to be a function. You know, what you can do is you can just do something like this. Console is valid email, right?
oh
And
yeah
so form data, what was that? Form data
dot
dot
email includes
email.
the- includes
Oh, what is
at
that?
sign.
Oh my God, includes at
Yes,
and
and
where is end?
form data email includes dot. Okay, makes sense.
I think that it was just easier to, oh, what am I doing? Wait. Form data dot email that includes. I wonder if we can check, like if includes will accept multiple parameters. I'm not sure. You guys will have to check that. Is there like a better way to write this?
Yeah. Oh, the
Or
better way.
just you can write just gmail.com, like gmail.com.
I
Just
mean, their email can be in
Not even com
Yahoo.
gonna be ru mail ru for
Yeah.
example.
Can you ask ChatGPT if there's a way to optimize this? Because I feel like there is.
This one, I hate this one.
Everyone hates regex. Oh, I think what you can do is you can invert it with
Index.
like using and no, I don't like that. That's even worse.
Splitting a string. No.
No, that's
We
not
get.
good.
I guess it's fine, no?
There
Yeah,
was,
understandable.
yeah, it's readable, yeah. Okay, and then you don't even like need to do else.
Yeah.
So like right here inside. So here, wait, here we will do
The empty or not.
empty or not, right?
If
We're done with this.
yeah, if it's okay, then he needs to check the second the validation that
Yeah.
write down.
So if is valid email, if it's not,
It's not true. I guess.
yeah, go ahead, Maksat.
We
My
made our validation. I would like we're creating, I don't know, like database. Why we made it so complicated?
so email is invalid.
So I guess we're done with email. Let's go to the move.
To password.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, our team won in like one of the categories in the hackathon.
Cool.
Got the results this week. That was exciting. Okay, so
You took the first place?
no,
Yes.
we didn't take so basically the way they distributed prizes was that there was one team that would win in all categories. So they would get the main prize. And then there were 4 or 5 prizes in other categories. So there was like best overall category. And then there was like best, business impact, best.
So what reward you guys winning?
We got best demo project.
Demo?
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you.
Money. Did you guys get money?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, that's cool.
It was good.
That
Yeah.
part is important.
Yeah. I mean, the company was very generous, so it's pretty cool that we won.
Cool. Congrats.
Thank you.
At least 6 characters. Oh,
I'm so lazy just to write down.
okay.
You can
Right.
just say invalid. It is invalid. Right? It's shorter than.
Sure. So we have 4 validations.
Now the issue is that our function always returns true.
Yeah.
If one of the errors, like if it falls into either one of the if statements, it should return false, right?
Of them. In
What
all
if we like
I think it is
like once new error? This one, and it then will return that error. Yeah. No.
I mean, you can add after each if else like return false. At the end, if it's everything is passed, just return true.
I was thinking like keep uh in
Efficiently.
okay. Yeah, like
Yeah, so
I
there's
was
three
thinking
ways.
to make a duplicate of that errors, that one, and then that if like kind of like this, like kind of like this,
Mm,
and if the all of them, okay, bad idea.
So you don't need
Just
to duplicate it, but what you can do is I see there's like three ways to handle it. First one is the way that Dovot suggested. So like we can in each if statement we can return false, and at the end we can return true, right? That's a valid approach. It will work. Or you can create like a variable. So let's say result, and it will be true. Or you can just, you don't even have to assign a value.
Just result. Okay.
And then you can return, well, yeah,
Result.
let's make it true, actually.
Oh, that was actually my idea in the beginning.
why
And
give you
then
error?
return result,
Result. Yeah.
right? And then in each case, we can turn in like result into false. This like the last way is we can check, like before returning, we can check if our errors object has any values, right? Because if it doesn't, like if it's empty, then we can return true. If not, we can return false. So
Oh,
up,
if like errors dot lengths is less than 0,
yeah, errors that,
more than 0, then
yeah,
return false.
yeah, but not errors that length because it's still an object, but like errors that keys that length.
Mhm.
Yeah, so three ways. Each way is fine, like totally fine. You can use either one of them. Which one you prefer?
Tell me, guys, which one you wanted.
For me, just false, 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 true. It's like I don't know. I'm lazy. I don't know. If you want to write variables, error dot keys, and all this stuff, it's your choice.
Okay, let's do like the double ones. Tell me. So if this one, then return false?
No, no, no.
No?
After first if else,
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yes. After set, just return to false.
After set, where is set?
Next line, yes. Set error. Next
Ah.
line, return false. In each of them. And at the end, return true. That's it.
So this one gonna be true, false?
Yes.
This one supposed to be errors.
Dot email.
This one is email? But now the empty,
Yeah, so you should initialize them with like empty string or something.
Remove the invalid from your inputs in a line 63. And also invalid from fourth, like, do we need, I mean, do we need still that form feedback?
this
Yeah.
one give us the red or green color, actually.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Because now we have validation for the error, but
Oh, okay.
do we need the validation for success? I guess no, right? If it's success, just sign in. Click it and it will
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Yeah, I think only
Then-
for error.
Then invalid is enough. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not
So-
sure about invalid.
Now I'm clicking. Oh, it's error. I need to prevent it. On submit has the prevent default.
Yeah, let's add it right there.
Right here.
Yeah, E dot.
E dot prevent default.
Mhm.
Just like this.
Now let's try to fill in.
No, why it's giving that mistake? That's supposed to be like it's empty. It's supposed to be like email is required.
Yeah,
This-
because we have this alert here. Let's get rid of that one. So here, let's do this. So if validate forms is true, then
Just
And-
end.
Okay. Then also we need to add here also like this. Okay, is this one? Wait. Not true. Is it gonna work? No, right?
no, I think we need to use either valid or invalid property, and then its value should be
Yeah, that we
like
need invalid here. This one's supposed to come up, but this one's supposed to come up when you click it to sign in. Yeah, and this text will come up. This will come up only when this one gonna be false or true.
right.
I was planning to do like this,
Toggle it.
like the condition that if this one is like if this one
You try everything.
like if it's true, then
Oh.
nothing, right?
Valid. I mean invalid or false invalid. Is no, just put the
No,
no, I wanted to put like you can do the comparing also because it's also valid. If it's valid, then it's gonna be green. No, just but also we can do this.
the green will not come up because when you click to sign in, it will go to the next pages. You will even not see the green one. You need if you do there is some registration, but now we are not registration. We are like
Okay.
going to the we are like trying to actually log in it. In
Okay.
login it, the red one, the green one is not necessary, I guess.
So the problem here is if we attach the invalid property to validate fields, it will return. So let's say it will always be invalid because on the render, so now if you go here,
It's not gonna work. We already tried.
cannot create property email on string email is required.
Why is Kiwi here?
Cannot create property email
Because
string.
because it's initially empty, maybe that's why.
Oh, it says your string email is required. Why is it showing on console?
No, I mean like because maybe it's empty that my object and I don't have any key email over there.
So it thinks that your pref error is string.
Nothing. I don't
It
have
says cannot create property email on string.
Mail is required. That's what I'm saying.
So it thinks that your pref error is a string.
it's object.
Honest.
Maybe because initially I don't have that email. Maybe I need to create that email. Like
Hold on
Okay.
1 second.
okay.
So previous error. Why is it complaining about that? I feel like we have, like in our return statement, we have some kind of messed up logic here. Email is required. Could you console log pref error here?
Sure. Like this?
No, just pref error. It should be an object. Why is it complaining? Yeah, and comment out the rest for
Yeah.
now.
This one. Oh my God. Let me delete for now.
Let's clear the console and go to login.
Need object.
Cannot read properties of undefined reading email.
Maybe I can add here. Like
Yeah, let's do that.
wait.
So now we will not be like creating new properties. We will be just reassigning.
Mhm. Maybe we can, instead of object, create email error on password to state and just set them.
What does it say?
Maybe it's because here now is empty. Initially.
No, then it will be just empty string.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's see what the first error is.
29.
Type error, cannot read property email on string email is required. 29.
I even didn't type anything. It's like initially nothing. I even didn't click to sign in button. That's like initially like this.
I feel like when we are doing like set form data, we're doing something wrong here. Set error, sorry. Email and password. Yes, error email.
What if we do like the previous options, like creating the zip copy of errors, and then instead of using set errors, like new errors, dot email.
Mm.
What's the key here?
You change the language, I guess.
Sorry. Oh my God. Email? What?
Before was right, you just need to turn off the caps lock.
Okay, so email.
I see what I did.
Yeah. Oh. What's wrong with me? Like I cannot type today. Okay, so let's comment out the rest. Okay, now let's try.
What is valid email?
Is this one?
Uh,
Oh, getting. I guess the problem is not here. Since this part supposed to work only when you click to sign in. Like it's false in the beginning.
I
No.
think it's about your feedback form. If you delete that errors, it's gonna be like fine.
This
No, in your return, yes, here in
one?
your feed, like form feedback.
No.
So
Oh, wait. I think
This
I
one.
know what the problem is. Yeah, can you comment out line 66?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now let's try. Okay, so okay, let's try and fill in something and sign in.
It's not gonna work because you see, because we don't have a logic here. This is supposed to
Yes,
come
yes.
up.
Yeah,
only
yeah.
three
I don't
will-
mean that. I mean, are we gonna get any other error when we call that function? That's what I mean. Okay, so now,
I think this part was okay, totally the validate fields.
okay,
maybe fine.
sound. Save. Sign in. Okay, we're good. No, we're not. Yeah, the problem is in this function.
Cannot create property string. Do you have an error about the email or only about the password?
The email was fine now because you fill it up.
Let's try and change the format to this format.
Okay, I can do it quickly, Mimi.
Yeah, please.
Oh. You still need to return, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not inside the set, outside.
And
Okay, now let's try and submit the form again. So we received true for non-Boolean attribute, invalid. Okay, so invalid. Which one is non-Boolean attribute there? Receive true. Can you search for invalid? We're using invalid wrong somewhere.
We actually comment out. We only have this one and this one.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Okay. Received true for a non-Boolean attribute. Okay, let's ignore this warning for now.
I click it. Nothing happened.
Uh-huh. Now let's fill it in.
Nothing
Now
happened.
you
It's
have to
because
fix your feedbacks.
At least we're not getting those errors anymore. So
let me
that,
check out like this. You see? Now it's got this kind of.
so okay, so instead of like calling our function there, we need to have some kind of Boolean. Yeah, so like some kind of Boolean. Good. We need to have some kind of Boolean that will set invalid to either like true or false.
Yeah,
Sets-
this one. That's why I was thinking, since we are returning true and false here, that's supposed to be like our, if this one is true, then nothing happened. If this one is false, then this one will come up.
But the issue is that this form is rendered before it's, so the fields are rendered, right? Then you
Let
fill
me
them in, then you need to call that function. Like otherwise, it will always be invalid.
Just create the new state like with the token.
Yeah. Is it okay?
I feel like, oh, you know what we can do? Hold on. So we have errors. So what we can do, could you scroll to like invalid property?
This one?
Invalid. So can you do online 72? Yeah. Can you do equals to invalid equals to curly braces equals to curly braces, and then
Put the function.
oh, 1 second. Yeah, and then inside, what was the error object? Just error?
Errors.
Errors dot email dot length.
Two curly braces.
Errors dot email dot length. So in that case, if some kind of error will be there, it will be invalid, right?
This will give the just the number some kind of. It's not true false, right?
Right.
But also, Asela, we already checked Maxa tried to put the false, just false inside that invalid. It's not gonna work like that. False and true inside the invalid. We already check it.
Let's try. We'll see.
Do the false.
Okay, it's working.
Can you put false in there?
It's working.
Working?
Okay, so let's do what was that? Error dot something. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now let's try.
Ooh.
Nice.
Why is this one coming up?
What?
This one's supposed to come up.
Try to fill up first one and then like
No,
And
if it's empty, then
it's
this
just
one.
because it's if you see it's returning the first
Oh,
one.
one of them. Mm.
Yeah.
So that's why we shouldn't return inside if statement after all. We should create a variable, then we should turn that variable either true or false, then we should return at the end. So it will show all errors.
Mm.
Because we're returning inside if statement, it's showing the first error and then it's returning right away. That's why it's not showing all errors.
Okay, let's fix.
Okay, so change that. I will be back in a minute. I need to get my charger.
Mhm. So result is that would help me.
Just do it like for now. Do it like true. If I
Mhm.
understand what Asela wants, then
If
return result in each of them. She said at the end, right?
yeah, that then we need to return the result.
Yeah,
But
so it's supposed to be true, but she don't want to return in each of if statement that result. She wanted like if all of them is not true, then return that result false.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, you did. In this case, you did like a bunch of if else. I mean the if separate. Try to do them like not separate, like if with the in the first one, and then if else else if else if else if, and then at the end return like result false. Do you get it?
mhm.
Like see the line 34, like changes, yeah, like up and the rest of them.
Mhm.
So at the end here, like after the 44 line.
Mhm.
Oh wait, is this
45.
supposed to be at the end? Like, it's supposed to be after else if. Do we need to put just else, one more else, and just return false? This what we need?
What are you doing, guys? What happened
I
here?
don't know. I'm following. I completely lost.
So you have created the result variable here, right? So
At
you
the end, just put the else and return result false.
so
No.
here, like if one of the wait, do I have control?
I guess I need to delete to separate the email and the password.
Result equals to
False.
right? And then here again, result equals to false, right? Again, result equals to false. Again,
Why it's the same thing?
false. It's not though. And then
No.
you because we're
Uh,
not returning.
1 second. That I need to.
We are not returning. Oh, I got it now.
Do I need to divide that password and email? They are all hold the if else if else if.
I guess it's okay.
Like this.
Would be fine. If you want, yeah, logically they should be, I think, separate.
Yeah.
This one is emails. This one
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, that's more readable.
Yep.
Oof, nice.
Now
Yeah.
let's try to fill in one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, but we're not getting their validation.
Why is
Oh no, it's the message now should be email is invalid, right?
Yeah. This one, I guess.
But this one is coming from the browser. It's
This
not.
one is coming from maybe that one.
no?
Uh,
Check it if somewhere you forget to delete the required maybe. in your return. On the bottom, like go down. Is somewhere required maybe? No.
The most of the time they are just not giving like with most of the professionals that they just give your email is an invalid. That's all.
This one is working.
Mm-hmm.
See, invalid. If I put more, why it's still invalid? I put more than. Ah, now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Okay.
If I put less, then it's supposed to be give me invalid. But this one is not working.
Is it okay logic with the 29 line? Honestly, I don't understand that kind of logic, like 29 if. Yeah, this one. What does it mean? Like
If this one is empty,
empty?
yeah, then email is required. Is this one, you see? Email
But
is
the, I mean that.
if
Okay.
not, right.
We're just checking if it's an empty string, basically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We also have the next, you see, this one.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you just not go like after it just give you error like first time. It doesn't like give you the second, right?
Yeah, when we put like this,
It's not
supposed
going.
to be. This one is like kind of interrupting to go to this part.
Like check, go down Maksat. Like, just go in your like. Is it somewhere you maybe you forgot the lid required or no?
This one because of type.
No, like it's not supposed to be.
Check the text. Just interesting. You see? Now it's working.
Okay. Now we're getting the correct error.
Yeah. It's because that it was a type email, like it's already built-in function about that at sign and dot signs.
Oh. Okay.
Sense not.
So now, okay, so we are validating both fields. So now let's work on the actual sign-in function, the handle sign-in function.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we are destructuring the form data.
We have email and password.
So I think our fixed store API has some kind of login endpoint. Let's use that one.
The same data.
Yeah, can you go to fixed store API?
House fix store.
Fake store something. Fake, not fix.
Fake store.
Yeah. Let's check documentation. I think they have like login or
Yeah, they have it. You actually, we just checked last time. It
scrolling.
was
Keep scrolling, keep scrolling.
add a new user, update the user, delete the user. Oh, this one, login.
User login. Okay, so let's use that.
Okay.
Username and password.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh my god.
set users. Oh, that one is waiting for us. That one is our.
Yeah, that will wait. So let's log in first. So when the user fills in the fields correctly, clicks login, right? We should send a request to our Fixstore API in order to like authenticate the user.
So it's supposed to be inside of this function, right?
Sure.
The
Yeah.
fetching.
Yeah.
So we assign it that first of all the users, and then Can I copy some the ready fetch?
Sure.
Hmm. So- Oh wait, I need to copy the actual function.
Wait, why are you returning it though? Let's put that fetch into like try and catch block.
Try and catch.
Mhm.
Okay.
I definitely need to work more than with the try and catch.
Mm.
We never use by our own Asel try catch.
Yeah.
I used to everywhere. It's like, but this one try catch is actually I learned from the callback hell.
You want me to use the async await?
Yeah,
Sure.
like because it's await is not gonna work without this thing.
Yeah. Let me do like this. Let me start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
You
Yeah.
pasted it how many times? Where does your function begin? Okay, handle sign in button. So that one should be asynchronous. So put async there.
Oh yeah.
Now, let's forget about the new user. So line 85 and set users, let's comment that out for now.
The whole?
No, just 85 to 89.
Okay, it's two.
Okay. Now, you can insert try and catch block. So inside try, we're gonna
1 sec. Let me keep that URL first of all. Then we're gonna have the try. Inside of try response. That will be await fetch and
Mhm.
then login URL. So if that response
Okay, hold on.
Return to
So-
JSON.
Yeah, no, hold on.
is not okay.
Wait. So before we even move on to line 95, I want you to have a look at their user login function because we're missing very crucial
Yeah,
part.
this postmat. This part.
The method. So basically, method is post because we're sending some data, right? We're sending the login data. So we need to insert that. Where do you insert it?
I inserted here.
As a second parameter, right? Put comma. Now open the object.
What happened?
I don't know.
Met
Method.
yes. Post. Oh,
Yeah. And the body.
can I just copy? This one supposed to be like this, right? Or is
Also,
just
they want username and password, not email and password.
Yeah, because username is just you are just login.
All this time we were working on email validation and they need username.
so we can change it easy. It's not problem.
So what I mean is I wanted to use like their users, right? And now our form validation is like not necessary, not super necessary.
Yeah, I mean like instead of email here, and we'll change to the like the username.
Okay, so let's send our data. So like for the username, we will send email. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
You don't need
Oh, actually, I
cursor.
don't need this one. Yes.
And password is password. Okay. Now,
This one is part of this one. Ah,
okay, now let's do, let's say const, I don't know, data. Okay, and let's console log it for now and see what they will return. What now?
Because you didn't use like in catch also, like try.
Yeah. Good catch.
good catch for catch.
Yeah. Okay, let's try and log in. Oh, okay. Let's try this.
Error.
Yeah, because it's not the one of the users that are sort of registered in Fix.api, right? So now if we, let's go to their users list. I think they have users list. Oh, we're gonna get a token. Okay. So do they have like a list of users or something like that?
Update users, add a new user, get a single user. It's cards. Oh, I see that. Where is it? It's card. Okay. I just see users. Oh, this one. Get all users.
Oh, can you show the output there?
So we
So
can.
you see,
Oh, this one.
yeah, but we cannot use the email because we need their username.
What if we change to the email? Let's test it out.
So
I have it, that email.
yeah, but their endpoint is not expecting email, it's expecting username.
Maybe this is just example.
No.
It's 100%
Yeah,
username.
you can try, but it will throw an error.
Okay.
Okay, so what we can do is let's go to our form.
Let's change it maybe to the user.
Yeah, so instead of email, let's do username as a label. And in the form validation, we will just have to get rid of the second validation. So if you scroll back to the validation.
Yeah, I mean that part.
No, I don't think you should change the name because that will break a lot of things now. Let's keep the name as email. Yeah, you guys can fix it later. And we can just get rid of the second validation for now. Let's just comment it out because I feel like we're gonna need it at some point. Yeah, and that part as well. Let's just comment in the result and everything, the whole else if, yeah.
Wait. This one is
That one too.
not.
Comment that
one-
one out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So now we can enter one of their usernames and passwords. And hopefully that will work. Bad request. Why?
Bad request.
Can you go to the network tab? Click on login, the last login.
I cannot find the last login.
At the
All
end.
the way down.
This one.
Yeah. Username, password. What's the response there? Click on response.
Do the response.
You see on, yeah, are not provided in JSON
Yes.
format. Okay, good. So what does that mean for you guys? What do you need to change?
So wait. I'm
have to
changing to the JSON format. Oh, we need to send back to the,
parse it, or what is it?
but it's, wait, that's data.
But we are sending it in the JSON format, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, it looks like JSON, no?
No, they're talking about the body. You see
Oh,
where the
in the
JSON
file.
inside. Yeah, so it should convert it to JSON. It's saying that we are providing data like not in the JSON format.
I know why. I know, I don't know why. This one, maybe I need to keep that one like this and send this new user, or it doesn't make sense. I don't know.
But you need to change email. Line 89. It's supposed to be username.
99,
89.
89. Oh yeah. But I don't think it's the reason.
Do we need like exactly put that username?
I think, okay, let's see what
Okay.
username and password are not provided in JSON format. Why?
Let's save time.
What is the content type?
They want us to insert content type in there? Okay, let's do that. Let's insert headers. Yeah, what they're suggesting, like headers, content type, application JSON.
Supposed to be before body, I guess, right?
It says after.
That. Still error. Now we'll have different error by then.
Unauthorized. Okay, so different error is good. It means that we have a wrong, like either the wrong username or wrong password.
Username or password is incorrect, yes.
Yeah. So let's check. Let's double check that we're copying it correctly. John D.
John T.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Now the password. Let's.
I don't need that practice, right? Oh,
No.
yeah. Yeah. That's good. You see? Token.
Let's see. Nice. Okay, now we got the token. Okay.
So,
So
then can you please tell us what this one?
headers is just communicating to, so this property, the headers property, is telling the server like which format of, like which data format we are sending now. So we are saying that the content of the body is in JSON format. So that's how you should read it, basically. That's it.
It's supposed to be after body, right?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The order doesn't matter here, but
It's another, yes. Agree. Okay. So what we're gonna do with the data then? Next
so
step.
it's too bad that we're not receiving any information about the user. So basically what's happening is we are receiving a token. So usually, like when you receive this token, what you will do is you will store it somewhere in like local storage. So you know how, for example, if you're logged in on YouTube, you close the tab, you open it again, and you're still logged in.
Yeah.
Right? So that behavior is either implemented with a token or with cookies. So in this case, they're using authorization token. So basically what normally you will receive this token, you will store it in your, let's say, local storage. And then with like every request that you send to YouTube, you include that token as part of your request in the authorization field. So that's how YouTube knows that you're still logged in. Yeah. I was hoping that we will receive some kind of user data so we can. Okay, well,
No. Okay.
no, just token. Do they have like get one user
Get?
data? Yeah,
They have get.
like a single user.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a bit unorthodox, but we can send like two requests. We can log in the user, and we can also request like, so what do we need to do here? Oh, we need user ID, but we don't have user ID. Shoot.
Don't do. They have address.
I wish they would also return something like that so we can populate the data, you know. But this requesting single user is a bit different. It's more like, let's say you have like a list of users, you click on the user, right? And you send the user's ID with request, and that's how you get like user data, but it's not really.
That actually for all of us, for Aziza, for me, for Davut, we are really interesting about the post part. That how to work with the post. The Davut was asking about the AWS. The Aziza now is stuck with that part as well. This part that
At least with the Firebase, right?
yeah, like okay, that
There was
to finish some like full project when you need to do something, we want to like send some data to somewhere, not the local storage, but somewhere like to keep it in.
Okay. So, okay, so let's do another post request. Let's do sign up. Do they have a sign up here? Can you check in the documentation if they have
Yeah.
like a register user or something like that?
We have, I see the get the new, add the new user was. Where is it?
So that should also be like a,
Update the user, delete a user, add a new user is on.
yeah.
This-
So that will also be a post request. So let's do that. Yeah. If you want to practice more with post requests.
So we need to create also a form with the addresses, all this stuff. City,
Let's-
street number, zip code, geolocation, name. To fill up the form, the body, I mean.
I'm thinking we can just quickly create like input fields without any validation or anything. So you can just get the data and send it to that endpoint, yeah? Yeah, we can copy that to some extent.
Do the copies.
Mm. Okay, so we can use like form data. We don't have to do validate fields. Let's get rid of that.
Where is beginning?
Aselia,
Yeah.
I have a quick question about like, for example, I have a project I want to add like Firebase, like to like to sign in. I have their data in my like Firebase, right? So people can like in my project like sign in, and I save their data. So other like for example, next time he can log in and like in my Firebase, since I have the data, it's meshed, so he can log in and all this stuff. Is it a like backend stuff already, or is still like frontend? I'm like a little bit confused. Where is the like
So
border between them?
for example, if you're if you're using cookies
Mhm.
to keep the user logged in, then cookies are set on the backend. So let's say you're sending your login data,
Mhm.
right? On the backend, they will set cookie. So that cookie will be stored, and every time you send the request, that cookie will be sent back and forth.
Hmm.
So cookies are set on backend. In this case, well, yeah, any kind of authorization has some kind of backend work, because here, for example, we're imitating it, right? But still, like this token should be generated on backend.
So my question is like, where is the border between backend and the front end? Like front end is just doing the get, post, and delete, and they
Yeah,
don't care about the rest. Where is going, right? Like,
yeah.
okay.
So you care about sending data in the correct format, sending all the required data to the endpoint, right? How that endpoint is built is not what you do, right? So for example, if there is a new endpoint, what they will give you from the backend side is they will give you the URL and the payload format that they're expecting. So for example, here the payload format is whatever, like email or username and email, right? So these fields that this endpoint is expecting. And then you just use it, and then your job is to send the correct data. Your job is to make sure that you validate data before you send it. And then you need to, whatever response you get, you need to process it correctly.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So whatever happens, like with the data, like when it's sent it or deleted or posted there, it's like it's just not your like in your, how we say it, responsibilities or what is it?
Yeah, it's not something that you, if you're purely working on the front end side, you don't interfere with the backend work, right?
Good.
So, for example, you will have, most probably you will have a bunch of like backend developers who you will communicate with, right? So they will tell you, okay, so this is the new endpoint. This is the data that we're expecting. And you know, and you just care about sending the correct data, valid data. And whatever response you receive, you just need to process it.
Got it. Thank you.
Aziza, you were saying something?
No, I mean just before I came to SayTech, I also like I didn't take much, but like 1 month I attended. I was in the HTML and CSS part in another bootcamp, and the bootcamp was like an Indian bootcamp, and the bootcamp actually was a full stack, you know. So they also had like a backend side, and since I paid the full tuition, but I didn't attend, of course, because I needed to move here and I couldn't continue. And they provided me all materials. So because I still I'm logging in the portal, you know, I have an access to in this all the videos that teachers was recorded with students, you know, and this backend part time. But where is the JSON? They stopped there and they turned to yes, like post and get delete, and then after it was all the backend. So, and I'm really interested. Like they had like a manga base and stuff. And I want to watch this that videos they provided. Like I'm very interesting after what we save, like our information, how it's they saved, and it's really interesting. So
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's good to have context. Like depending on the I mean, usually like if company is expecting you to know more about backend, they will usually look for full stack engineers. If they're hiring you as a front end, I mean, it's good to have context, but don't stress about it too much, right? Because you still have a lot to learn on the front end side right now in order to pass your interview. But like, for example, in our case, like the front end and back end are completely two like different realms. So I never interfere into backend work. We only communicate when we need to communicate. When I'm like receiving, you know, unexpected response, or when I'm sure that I'm sending correct data, but I'm receiving something different from backend, or if they're like working on a new endpoint, that's the only case where we like really communicate with backend. But in other cases, they're doing their own thing, we are doing our own thing. Yeah. So we don't really like interfere into each other's work that much. So my point is, it's great to have context of like how backend works, but since now you have a lot to learn on the front end side, you should prioritize front end side. Yeah. Because on an interview, like they're not gonna ask you about backend logic in any way. They will focus on your front end development skills. Yeah. So just make sure that you still like don't stress too much about the rest. Focus on what you need to know. Like 100% they will ask you all of the front end related questions. Yeah. So if you have like extra time, of course, it's good to get some context on the backend work. But if your time is limited, then just focus on what you're getting here. Okay. Okay,
Maksat
must
already create everything.
yeah.
Do we need all of this to work this part or no?
If you have fields for it, then yes. If not, you can just hard code it.
Let's just hard code it.
Okay.
So
I think you have a
think it's one
practical
more.
error.
And you know, you
So
One
you
more.
need to close your object before you close the function. Uh-huh.
the very strange that we all think that America is very technologically advanced, you know, but when I log in the immigration, like US me, or if I like any kind of like New York, for example, government for getting like appointment stuff, it doesn't work, you know. I mean, really doesn't work. And we're like slowly, you know,
yeah, governmental sucks.
like
For
so like
example,
yeah.
that in the Kyrgyzstan, I guess is the best like the governmental things. Did you know the Tunduk?
Yeah, Tunduk, yeah.
The best one. Like I love it, Tunduk. It's
Yeah.
solving my problems.
Yeah, like of course I cannot use that because they ignored my citizenship. But 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 you know, you know, I said when I had only Kyrgyz passport, you know, and I had no ID because I have not lived in Kyrgyzstan since I'm 18, right? So when I
Oh,
I go
that's
to
nice.
Kyrgyzstan, I cannot go to bank and get the money, you know, because I don't have an ID.
You
Can
can
you
get the
hover
ID
on that
at the
lines,
end.
Maksat?
Hmm?
Can you hover on that lines?
Which one?
I also didn't have a valid ID card because my card
Moving.
expired. So
Right.
I just went to Kyrgyz embassy and they gave me a new ID card.
It was like, you know, and so you see, you know, Kyrgyzstan is like, you know, I can see in America the government is poor, but people are like, it is all when we see the high skyscrapers, you know, in New York, you know, and when we see the big companies, we think that America is rich, but the government is so poor because because I can see that the garbage disposal containers are so old, benches are so old, roads are so old, you know. And you know, like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge misconception to think that US is technologically advanced. I think like a friend of mine, he works, he has a startup in Silicon Valley, and before that, he used to work for a company that had a lot of business affairs in China. And he said that, and he traveled a lot, yeah, and he says that one of the most technologically advanced countries is actually China.
Yeah,
Like,
China is like, yeah.
yeah, and he said that US is so behind China, even though he lived first he lived in New York, then now he lives in California, and he says that it's like when you come back from China to US, it's like you're coming back in
Like
time
to really care.
because it's so like so behind on everything.
I mean, after what we did a lot of stuff with the styling, CSS, like framework with the like Tailwood material UI. After all this stuff, if you go to the Amazon website, they don't care about styling. Like their
Yeah.
icons, their layouts, like just throwing like whatever it is, like yeah, don't really care about anything. So
Asel,
Yeah.
do you know about the Tunduk?
Yeah, I actually have
Look,
Show
you
this,
can have everything, every like
really?
every paper,
Okay.
everything what you're gonna get.
mm-hmm.
Every document, like what you need, like for example, if you related with family,
Really, Kyrgyzstan is so
any
advanced.
document, easy. If you
Mhm.
click to yourself, you also can like see the all your if you go to like all your visits to the medicals, to the any like the hospitals, you have like any
But
record.
Maksat, please give me information, like, you know, I don't have an ID and how I can, I don't know, like, I only have an
Uh,
like passport.
like
How I can log in? Like, I try to give the information of my like
Do you have the password?
No, I just have like a passport. I mean, they ask me the personal number.
Yeah.
Your passport. What about the passport? Do you have the passport?
Yes, I have, but when I
The
write,
new one?
yes, the new one, not the new one, but I get for 3-4 years ago.
Oh yeah, you need to get the new one because you either you need to get the new passport or new ID.
Okay, so the blue passport doesn't work?
No, it doesn't have that thing.
No.
It's only
So basically, the way it's set up is so in Kyrgyzstan we have international passport and we have internal passport, right? So with international passport, the blue one, you cannot do anything in Kyrgyzstan because it's valid outside of the border. So if you need to do like any kind of government related stuff, you will need your internal ID document, which you can get at the embassy.
Yeah.
yeah, you can get in the embassy.
Yeah, so you can get your internal ID. You can also get like a new driver's license. I don't know if you guys know, but I got my driver's license some time ago, and I think it's like the format is old, so you can actually exchange it to like a new driver's license, which has like not biometric data, but something that's some kind of like new format that will be accepted everywhere.
So
And
it's so cool that now we don't have to run to get like one like proof of some certificate, like or let's say you are divorced or like marital status, which is really
yeah,
cool. You can just go and you save a lot of time. I have never ever seen this kind of system. I have seen in Turkey. In Turkey, you can just write your personal number and you will get all the information there. So probably they got this idea from there because in Europe, how I know that they don't have this kind of system because of the personal, yeah. Europe is
protection.
very close. Yeah, they are very careful about the information, sharing the information and stuff. So that's why they are not. But still, Norway is very like Let's say when you have an like the international passport, you cannot do any kind of like bank stuff inside the Kyrgyzstan. It is really stupid. Why would you do? Why can it be this international passport, but you need a local passport? I really don't understand. And I told them about this to my Norwegian friends, and they were laughing. But still, their passport is identifying you that it is you. It doesn't matter what kind of passport it is. And I said that okay, we have two kind of passport, and they were very. It's like if you delete this kind of stuff, I mean, I would government also spent a lot save a lot of money on
Yeah,
just printing passports, like.
yeah.
Look at this. For example, I just right now send the request for the like the spravka like about
Mhm.
the fish. I
Uh-huh.
got it right now.
Yeah,
And
and it's
I
valid.
yeah, it's valid. It's like that
Wow. Yeah,
international. Everywhere
yeah,
I can use it right now. I got it like within the 5 seconds. But
yeah,
before we need to go to that like the ministry, the take it this but take now it's like 5 seconds. Boom.
yeah.
You got it. You can download it and use it.
I heard this Tinduk, the guys was who did this. He had this in it. They studied in Turkey. I heard like that. I think the
Mm,
guys that who developed this website, the idea they got from Turkey. I heard that they studied in Turkey somewhere else. Like my brother, he also studied there, and and he told me like, you know, I think the guys that they went to the one university. Yeah.
they're also probably Sibat graduates, most likely.
Yeah, seventh graduates. Yeah, you're right, and stuff like, and the education in Turkey is really good. Like because my brother he's a doctor there. So and he told me that when he took an exam to become a doctor, like you can get the license outside the United States. So and you
Mhm.
can work in as an like when you are in the United States, So and he told me that after I got the test and passed the Turkish test, the American test was so easy. And he got really good the point, like he got like 20-30% and more than average. And he said, of course, he's prepared, but he said that still, if I would have the same education in Kyrgyzstan, I wouldn't get this.
Mhm.
But because he got the normal 6 years, the medical education in Kyrgyzstan, right? So he came as an internal physician, like what's the call in Russian? It is like ordinatura.
Mhm.
And then he got this. He gotten into the Turkish, so he had to prove his the diplomas. He studied 6 years, so he has to taken 2 exams, and he both passed. You know, and he told me that Americans test, like after he passed the first Turkish, it was so easy, and Turkey was very complicated. So
Yeah, I mean, Turkish exams are
Turkey
famous
exams are
for being like very, very difficult because even when I was graduating high school, and like thinking of when I was like closer to graduation, we were thinking like everyone who is from Turkish high school is thinking of going to Turkey, right? So like the exam there in order to pass to like a university, it's really difficult. It's you have to be like such a nerd to pass. And even in Sibat, they try to imitate that kind of system because like every quarter we had like a quarterly exam. Well, no, it wasn't every quarter. I think every semester we had this exam. GDS. It was like
I guess, yeah.
yeah, it was very difficult. Like you need to prepare really hard for that one. And if you didn't pass, you would be in trouble. Basically, you would fail the class. So yeah, I mean, Turkish exams are famous for you have to like study really, really hard and memorize everything in order to pass because you don't have time to think. You have so many questions, you have very limited time. So like even during our semester exams at school, like if you would have to like answer the question automatically because otherwise if you take time to think and try to memorize something, like remember something, you wouldn't have enough time, you know, to answer all questions. Okay. So let's see, Mahmoud already has a whole form for us.
How to implement this part? For example, if I handle the change, that name will come up, that name, but this part.
It's also name. It's inside the
It's
name.
like the nested object.
Yeah, so we need to have some kind of if statement for like if name is
If
first
the
name.
value or no.
Hmm?
Uh,
So if name is like first name and last name, then we put it in like even more nested object. Um, mhm. Okay, so in that case, we should not put it inside name, but inside name and then object.
so name now it looks like this. Form data, that name, that first name. This one is value, this one is a
Yeah.
name.
So
So
then you put it not inside dynamic name, but name,
uh-huh,
and then
that
no
name
dot, just name and then that's
and the
it.
name. Yeah,
Yeah,
was
that's
completing.
so we should rename them.
This one or I can this one? But how we can remain? This name come from the target.
Yeah. Now it's thinking that we have two variables with the same.
But it's actually two different. And I also cannot change this part, right? It's supposed to be
Yeah,
exactly
you can.
like
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can hard code it for now.
Yeah. Let's hard code it.
Since it's a new user, you can just add any name, basically, because it will register.
Navigando.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So let's work on the part. We need to send, yeah, I send it, that form.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's supposed to be the same, right? Actually, I can.
No, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new user. So as long as the keys are the same, the value here is not.
And okay, I click sign up. When I click sign up, we need to work with that part. Where is this? Sign in and then sign up.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the fetch.
Okay.
Okay.
So before we would do just fetch and then pass the string, the URL inside fetch, and that's it. We wouldn't care about anything else because we were only practicing GET requests, right? But here we need a POST request. Therefore, we are passing the second parameter inside fetch function because fetch can accept two parameters, right? In this case, first parameter is the URL, right? And the second parameter is an object that contains the rest of the information. So in our case, it's a method. So in this case, it's a post method. And then the request body, basically whatever we are sending in the payload will be in the request body.
Okay. Oh my God. I need to pass everything here.
No, you can just pass form data because it's already the correct format, right?
This one, yes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
need to structure it, everything.
you don't need to destructure. You can just pass form data because it has all the keys that you copied all the keys, right, into form data.
Yeah.
So you can just pass form data inside
Here?
this. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, actually, that I only have the one data over there, right? Yeah.
Put async in front of your function.
Oh, yeah. Form data from wait. Error. It's supposed to work, right?
Yeah, let's also insert content type because it may complain.
It's here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's try.
There we go. Done. Done. Boom. I clicked and
Cool.
no. Why? It's not cool. Where is the information?
Yeah, it's good. It returned an ID. So if you click on network, response, click on users.
To work. This one?
Yeah, so it returned ID. So you registered as a user.
Yeah, I see here in payload.
Yeah, and then the response from the server is the ID of the user. So basically they have registered you and they have assigned an ID because IDs are assigned on the backend. So they have registered you as a user and then they have returned your ID, which means that you have successfully registered, basically.
Wait, that output supposed to be the whole thing I thought. But I will got this one.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess they're only returning ID.
Looks like we always need that header, right? Content type application JSON.
Yeah,
Okay, I got that. I got the data. It looks like ID, just ID. But
mhm.
for example, what if I want to get that information, like the name, the other things?
So basically what would happen, so if you're registering, let's say you are a new user, you registered, all of your form data is sent in the payload. And usually the backend would respond, well, either with your ID, right? Or it will respond with a whole object, which would contain all of the data that you just sent, plus the ID, right? And then,
That ID. Okay, sorry.
yeah, and then you would probably like, so let's try to log in on a real web page. Let's go to Notino. Let's create a new, open the network tab. Clear, okay, cool. So let's try and, okay, yeah, let's use the UK version.
Right. Oh, okay. Let's do it like this. Continue.co, right? Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, let's clear the network tab.
Uh-huh.
Let's try to register. Click on that icon. Uh-huh.
Need to clean it again?
Yeah, clear everything. We just want to get the login.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Register. Okay, don't click anything yet. Let's open the network tab and see what we have there.
Network tab. This one is network tab.
Uh-huh.
Response. What is that?
Register. This one was the last one.
Password strong.
Fetch. These two, I guess, right? The two fetches, I see.
Let's check everything. So let's. You see, this is your form data. So registration type default, email, your password, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, that's not it. We have your password meter. That's not it. That's not it.
Maybe because I didn't.
Or maybe they're hiding it, hiding the request from here. If we were like
I
in
need
depth.
to verify my email, maybe.
No, no, no. I mean, the request itself is not there, but probably because they are not showing it. Let's see. 1 second. Let me check. So
I see that last one is like post analytics google.com request headers. That's this one. Looks like data.
no, that's for Google Analytics though. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably hidden. So it's just hidden for like safety purposes. So if we were developers working at Notino, we would have access to all of their requests and we would be able to see your login sign up request, right? But probably it's hidden for security reasons. Like, I mean, usually even like companies, they don't want other people to know even like their endpoint, because that makes them vulnerable to hackers. So like they don't want outside their people to know their login or sign up endpoints. Yeah, because then hackers will know it and they can attack it. So in this case, it's hidden. Yeah. So you can't really see the request is there, but it's hidden. So we can't really see it, unfortunately. But it's probably better for safety reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So if you check this Fixter API, if you want to practice more like different kind of requests, let's see if they have probably like delete user or update user, something.
There, I saw it. They have delete user, update user. Yeah,
So update user would probably be something like you're changing your, your
Email,
password. Yeah, password, email, username, something like that.
Asel, so now our conclusion is that what we are gonna when we did like a login part, so but the registration part. Okay, can you click the person icon, Maksat? Yes, and here we have done the signing, right? So after the signing, so we are not gonna go to another page, right? Because we don't have any
Well, there is no real data when
real
we
data,
sign
That's
for
why.
Yeah, so we only get the token,
Mhm.
but we can't really use it because they don't have support for tokens.
But as this Maksat said, like if you are gonna learn, let's say, like save this data in the Firebase, so then we can go to another page, right?
Yeah, so I think in your internship project, they have some kind of database. So you will be able to practice more of like real interaction,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Cool. Then we can learn just this signing part, like if it's true, then
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that here. You see, like we don't, Fixter API is not sophisticated enough to practice this kind of things. But I think in the internship project, you will have all that stuff. So you will
But
get to practice more.
still, if we learn how to use Firebase, we can create our own and work with it.
I think they do have Firebase set up as well.
Yeah, I hope
And
so.
you will have
because-
like Jira, they have Jira, so you will create tickets, you will like work on tickets, create PRs, all of that stuff,
But Azamat said that we are not gonna learn any like
Backend stuff.
backend stuff. He said that it's not included in the curriculum. So he said that yeah, because if you're gonna, let's say, create our own database, then we need to know how to write the server, right?
That's why in internship project, I think they already have something on the backend, like something created. So you will only interact with endpoints.
Yeah, not write the server, yeah.
Of course not.
Okay.
No, otherwise, we just gonna keep like training with the UI, I guess. We can add search for our like we can add some bars, work with the responsive and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still the context they are using like Redux, it's management. It is also a lot of things to learn from there, But personally, I don't want to use the Kyrgyz word for that. Like Khirat Valchida. The front end part,
I love that we have these kind of words in Kyrgyz language that are totally untranslatable into any other language.
Yeah, like that's why I just
Yeah, you guys have like a lot to learn, so I wouldn't worry, I wouldn't stress too much about the backend part because you still have a lot to learn on the front end side, right? So I think
We're asking Aselia because we already create many like projects already have them. We did like all functions, all the stuff. We just don't know what to do else with them.
mhm.
Yeah, we want to like
like real one, I mean, like
Yeah, I'm hoping that on the internship you will get to practice more like of like a real workflow, like a bigger project. I'm hoping that that's what it will be, but I never participated, like I never go further than month 4 or 5, right? Like, so I stop here and then the rest is handled by, by other instructors. But Said is really good. Like I met him, I've seen his um, couple of classes. So I really like his teaching methods, and I think he will clarify a lot of things, and hopefully like internship project will be a bigger project. Yeah, so you can practice more like meaningful stuff.
mm,
And also, I would encourage you to build like a clone of Netflix, clone of Twitter, YouTube clone, because you can do that. And I think they have some public APIs that are available, but you need to register there. You need to register as like a developer on their platform, and then they will give you access to some
we
of their.
already did it too.
which one? Tell me.
TMDB, we registered for the token in NPR.
Oh, but the other one, like
Yeah, so I think you can
Other
do the
ones,
same for Twitter and Netflix, and you can just watch the tutorial and follow, and it will still like give you a lot of knowledge. Plus, you can also add it to your profile.
yeah, it would be good, like, there's like public, some public, but it is amateur, I mean, if I'm gonna do something with that and put on my profile, and I know if there's someone like interviewer will like suspect, like,
So I think like Netflix clone, YouTube clone, these kind of projects are good for your profile. I mean, of course, you cannot put this kind of project in your profile, right? Like what we did here. But like Netflix clone and stuff like that, you can totally do, and you can also put it on your profile, and it will look good.
and Aselia, can I show you something?
Sure.
For example, can you see this one?
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys?
Yep. They're
So
moving.
yeah, like we said, Aselia, see, we like in this project, I try whatever we like already passed in our classes. For example, like all the functionality, everything we have, like
Mm-hmm.
so you can even the like if you can see I try to React router also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait.
Nice.
Yeah, the React router, all the functionality with I did with the Maxat, with the genres. You just like pagination, what else? Like with the we can find the with the how to say the searching all the movies is also working. Also for the people, the searching is also working. Like see, for example, I don't know what to put else here.
Oh,
really
that's
good.
I don't know. Double
Yeah, I
pass on.
have this one. I have this one. I already create also with the model. Like
Uh-huh.
you can log in if you don't have an account, then you can sign up for here.
Nice. It looks really good.
Yeah, but what else I have to do with it? I don't know what else.
Because can you Dawood, can you click the rating descending? Like, can you click that?
Yeah, it's from the up to bottom, from bottom to the up.
Yeah, but if you clone if you look the website and clone exactly as it is, you will get a lot of functionality. For example, like rating stand descending, you can choose, for example, 1, 2, right? And display it. So it has more functionality if you clone it.
I mean, I can also add my list here, and also it's gonna be the same like what we did with it like previous. I
Yeah.
can do it with the same thing here. Okay, I will do it here, but I'm just like
You can add breadcrumbs component if you want.
what is it?
If you go to Bootstrap, just to show you what it looks like.
I think I have the Bootstrap or React
Yeah, React. Click on breadcrumb.
bread. Oh yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So when you can by using React Router, you can
Oh.
like do home movies. Like if you
Mm.
click on home, it will take you to home page.
So here I just like edit my like custom one. I just like
Yeah.
a bit of styling here, like for
You
example.
haven't used the router here, right? You just used the pagination like.
Here is router for this two button. Here is a router. If you can see, like, oh, is it the one I had? Nav bar. Is it the one I had? Yeah. If you can see, like, here is for the
Yeah,
movie,
yeah. And you need to also like have the heart, okay, pass 1. You also need the some for applies for all. Okay, it is movie.
If we go to the navbar, here's my links for my React router. That's why we're asking Asel a lot of like asking for this kind of, because okay, I will create the same function for because it's also gonna be the same like for the like creating one more and just sorting with the favorite and all this stuff. That's why we're asking about, can we do something with this one maybe?
Do they have an endpoint for login and sign up?
No, I think. Maxa, did you check it or no? Like, I think they don't have like well endpoint. They're just sharing the like.
It's supposed to be, I guess. There are so many like endpoints. It's supposed
Can
to
you
be.
open their documentation?
I think it was some here.
Although you're scrolling too fast.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can from here.
Let me go over. 1 second. Let me get the control. Authentication. Create guest session. Create request token. Create session. Create session with login.
What are you looking this the login part, yeah. This one is really cool project.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before, like this one. So you see, here you can create a guest session. So remember how when we logged in Fixed.API, API, they return the token.
Yes.
Yeah, and I told you that this token will be used in every like request as an authorization token. So that's where you insert it. It's authorization header, and then you insert bearer. You should always insert bearer. And then here's the token itself, like this whole thing after bearer. This whole thing is your token. So you can read through their documentation. And you can, for example, in here, like you can create a guest session. You can request token. Create an intimate request token that can be used to validate user login. Yeah, so you can read through their documentation. Here you can actually do like a real login. You can request this token, and then you can use this token in your session ID. You see? Create session with login. So you can do that here, actually. Yeah, you can proceed with your, the login functionality here, right? And you can just use their documentation, but you just need to spend time. Where is it?
One more. This one.
Yeah, it looks like they will let you do that here. Validate with login.
And
Delete session. That's really cool. Like, it's the first time I'm seeing this, to be honest.
It is really cool. This one is the only one, the proper and real one is so that is doesn't require like a lot of bullshit, you know. It's so easy and stuff like.
I didn't know what else to do. I also training with the like how to add, how to Asel, you don't want to show up your tokens and how to add the environments and then how to like add your environments to your like fetching. Because I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, you can work with authentication. So just have like a thorough read of their documentation here. And you can try and do like the login functionality. You can create a session with login, you see? So that could take you some time to like create and work with it.
What I've been thinking to do with it, like if you can see, can I get the control? If you can see, I've been writing it down like here. Like I also want to like do the testing with the Cypress. I don't know what is it, but Marat would say it's like try to do with it. And here. That's what I want to do with that website. I don't want to use their like a login and all this stuff. I want to create like the Firebase, which my logic is like if you, for example, sign in, and then here is supposed to be my list. Like if you like log in or sign in, then it's like I want to find out how to do this. If you like log out, then it just disappear from here. And then you can add like your favorite list, or that's how I want to finish this project.
I guess you could do that in Firebase, yeah. You would have to manually add your list there, but yeah, I guess it's possible. I wonder if you're gonna work with Firebase. I think you will in your internship project. I don't wanna like give you false information, so take it with a grain of salt. But I think from what I heard from previous cohorts, like they did work with Firebase at some point in their internship. But also, like, can you go back to their documentation? Let's see what else they have
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, before we go there, about the tests. So you can practice writing unit tests if you have time. You can practice writing unit tests using Jest and React testing library. React testing library is really handy for unit tests. Also,
For example, like Cypress also? Cypress, is it what you're saying? Unit
no,
testing?
I mean Jest and React testing library.
Mm.
So usually they're used together in order to write unit tests. You can also practice writing snapshot tests. Yeah, unit tests are pretty easy. Like in the beginning, it seems a bit confusing, but once you start writing them, it's gonna be pretty easy.
Yeah, Azamat says the Mario's supposed to be show us how to do it.
Unit tests?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's good that you have a separate.
What is Tailwind? Tailwind is
Also, it's like a
CSS.
Material UI. Okay,
Yeah.
but what have you used here? But what you have used Material UI, or you have used what you have used here?
I use here Material UI and Tailwind also.
Okay, but I
But
wrote.
most of them is Material UI.
Okay, cool.
And what is the cache API? Is it what I did with the environment? Is it what does it mean, the cache API? I just hide it the. Do you know, Asela, what is the cache API?
First time I'm hearing it. Let me Google it.
That's how I understand it. Like just hide your because if you can see, I think it was in a movie. Instead of adding the here my token, I just put my environment here.
I think Asel, you still have
Also,
to.
you mean just
Mhm.
caching mechanism? Is that what you mean?
No, this is what the Marat says cache API. I'm like, what is it?
Yeah, it's just caching basically. So it's API threw me off. But yeah, when he says cache API, he means just regular cache, basically caching.
What is it? Can you please explain what is a regular cache?
So if you open Mozilla documentation, there are like browser APIs. So for example, when people say like fetch API, it's just fetch, right? So if you, yeah, cache.
API. Well, is there any explanation or you have to read this?
Yeah. Yeah, you can just read through, but yeah, I mean, you don't need to like, I don't know. I don't remember
Oh,
any.
yeah. Okay, here is he's creating. This is the cache API, right? See, he created, for example, environment, which is like, and then he just adding it. No, am I wrong?
Cache version.
Here, instead of using the like the That's how I understand the cache API. I just hided my tokens, that's it. But I'm not sure if correct.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he meant by that. But like at work, when we are talking about different environments, we're talking about, so for example, we have development environment, we have testing environment, we have regression environment, and we have prod. So those are, so when we are working like on a new task, we are working in development environment. So usually you will have different environments for different purposes,
Mm.
right? Mm, if that's the environment that you're talking about, then that's kind of a different.
This one?
Hmm?
This one?
No, you don't really, I mean, I don't think you can create an environment like that, because when I'm talking about like development environment, it means that, so you know, like on GitHub, you will have different branches, right?
Yeah.
So we have development branch, which we
Mhm.
use for development purposes, and it has its own environment. So it's used it's deployed in a different place. So it has its own URL.
Mhm.
So when we push something to development branch, it's deployed to develop environment. It's a different environment where
got it.
which we use to like break things, right?
Mm.
Once it's tested on dev environment, it can be pushed further into, for example, in our case, testing environment, where, and each environment is a copy of production, but it uses different endpoints, development endpoints. It uses, so for example, if your endpoint is something like, so let's say you're working at Notino, right? So for
Mhm.
example, Notino.pl would be your normal domain, but your dev can be something like notino.dev.something. Yeah, so that would be the dev environment. And then it would be notino.test.something.
I
Yeah.
got it.
So that's when I hear like when you say different environment, I think that's what you mean. Yeah.
I
So
mean, this environment I created just for the GitHub because I want to ignore it. My like to put in ignore for the. I don't wanna like when I put in my repo, like so the the logic is I don't wanna show up my like token. That's it.
Mm.
That's why I created environment instead of put environment like the token here. I just create the environment and hiding it in a git ignore. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally different. So
Aye.
basically what you're saying is you don't want to commit your, for example, your keys, your
Mhm.
tokens, etc. So that's different.
Yeah, I got it. Anyway, I don't get what is the cache API.